Well, I hope you're having a good day. So far, mine's been interesting, to say the least. The day did not begin the way I anticipated it, or has it gone the way I expected or hoped thus far? So hopefully things are going to get better. This is what happened. I hired a tradesman to come and do a job for me. Now, yes, I'm a tradesman and I can do most everything, but there's a lot of stuff I don't like. And the reason is that I either don't like it because, well, I don't like it and hate the job, or I'm not really that great at it and it takes me longer to do. When it takes me longer to do, it costs more money. So I'd rather hire somebody that enjoys doing it, is more efficient at doing it, and therefore saves me money. Kind of makes sense. So I did. I hired somebody to do a job. And when he came in, I told him, this is the environment. This is what things look like. This is what you're up against. And this is what I need done. He said, sure, I can do that. And I said, how long is it going to take you? Oh, it'll take me a few days. How much is it going to cost? It'll cost you this much. So I'm pretty stoked that we've come to a price, we've come to an expectation, and we've come to an agreement. Oh, this is what you're going to do, and this is how much it's going to cost. Well, I went in today. Instead of taking a weekend, it's taken 2 weeks. It's supposed to be done yesterday. I walked in today, and it was not done. There was a lot of stuff that should have been done, and it wasn't. He said, oh, it'll just take me a few minutes. I was like, man, if it took you 2 weeks to get this far, it is not going to take you a few minutes to finish the rest. Well, he got upset with me. He got upset that I expected him to do a better job. And he didn't think that his job was bad. And I said, well, let's go take a look. No, I don't want to look. Well, how can you discuss the issues that I have if you won't even let me show you the issues? I know my work. Well, you don't know what I'm concerned about. Let's go take a look. Wouldn't do it. Got so mad, wouldn't even accept money. He goes, I'm leaving. It's like you're walking off the job. I said, this is what I'll do. I'll pay somebody to finish it, and I'll give you the difference of whatever it costs, whatever we agreed on, minus whatever it cost me to get it finished. Don't want your money. Money was described in no uncertain terms, and it was not a flattering way to describe money. Anyways, walked off, got very upset. Made a few threats. That was not fun at all. But anyway, I thought, this guy is not the sharpest tack in the box. I mean, that's not how you treat customers. Not how you treat contractors, especially because contractors talk and they say, don't use this guy. So I've decided that I'm not going to badmouth him or point him out to people. Won't recommend him though. And I thought, man, he's an idiot. Who does things like that? And then I thought, we do. I do. We all do. The Bible says this. It says, don't deceive yourself. Don't just listen to the word of God, but do what it says. Because the person that listens to the word of God and doesn't do what it says is like somebody who looks into a mirror and walks away and doesn't do anything about it. Basically looks in the mirror, sees mud on his face and is like, I'm not fixing it, and walks away. See, we do that. God comes into our life and says, hey, this is what you need to do to make your life better. This is what you need to do or need to change or need to adjust in order to gain and appropriate the blessings that I have for you. To live the good life, we need to work on a few things. And we say, no. And God says, well, let me show you. You say, no, I don't want to look. God says, well, I want to show you some areas. No. And we would rather live in denial of our own sin, of our own mess, of our own dirt. But then the problem is we look at God and say, God, why aren't you fixing me? And God says, I'm trying to show you what needs to be fixed. And we say, God, why is my life this way? And God says, I'm trying to show you what's in the way of you getting the good life that I have for you. And say, God, why am I so miserable? Why am I so... And God says, I'm trying to show you, but you won't look. And then we walk off the job. I was talking to my son the other day about some of his friends who used to be Christians and aren't now. And when he began to tell me what their situation was, I realized that they were listening to expectations of people, but really weren't listening to the expectations of God. And they got disillusioned. Why? Because they were looking at people and they weren't looking at Christ. They got disillusioned because they were looking in the wrong mirror. And I don't know if it got to a point where God brought them to a place where it says, you're not listening to me. But I know there's a lot of reasons why we either don't look in the mirror or we ignore the mirror. But God is constantly wanting to put that mirror in front of us to show us. Why? Because he wants to hurt us? No. Because he wants to make us feel miserable? No. Because he wants to embarrass us or humiliate us? No. It's because he wants us to be better. He wants us to have better. He wants us to live better. Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and that you might have it to the full. But the only way that you're going to have that life is if you listen to me and you obey me. and you stop doing those things that are keeping you from having the life that I have for you, not willing to do that, well, you're going to miss out. So God shows us a mirror and said, this is what you need to work on. So I don't want to be like that contractor. I don't want to be that guy that's afraid to look in the mirror or ignores it or denies it. I want to be that guy that says, okay, God, this is going to take some work. Give me a hand. Help me. And you know what? I've done that. God always helps. God's always there. All right. Hope that's been an encouragement to you. God bless you. Bye for now.